Hi everyone, we have been in Noosa for about a week and we would like to update you about how we're doing here and what we've seen so far. So Monique, what are your thoughts about Noosa?
Noosa is very beautiful. It's very rural here. There's loads of wildlife. People are really nice. Well, we've been to multiple beaches in Noosa.
What else? We went to Maroochydore.
Maroochydore, we went there.
There's also beaches.
Yeah,
so
there's a beach there. I love the beach.
I think
there.
that's one of your most favourite beaches, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What did you like about Maroochydore beach?
They had multiple different sections of the sea. I know it doesn't make sense, but I didn't mean
What do you mean by that?
So I know you were there, but you've got like almost a lake, so it's like the enclosed bit of the sea, and then it goes out into the main bit of the sea.
Yeah.
So that's the rougher bit, and because I'm not a confident swimmer, I like the fact that there wasn't many waves in the bit that was quite subtle. There was families there as well.
Did you manage to go for a dip?
We went in, we walked, we did walk into, I didn't go in for a dip, no. I didn't have my swimming costume with me that day,
But apart from Maroochydore, have you swum anywhere in the sea so far?
Cotton Beach, that was a nice one. We swam there and we met loads of English people on that beach actually, which was really good just to have a chat with them.
We have met quite a number of different people from England, from Australia, from other countries as well. How do you find generally people in this area? What do you think of them? Has it been easy to interact with them? And what's the vibe here with the people?
I think the vibe is the people here are very friendly and relaxed, like everyone greets each other. Our viewers who are from Hillsong Church, we went to Noosa Church and people are very friendly there. I've got 2 people's numbers already, so I've already got like a few contacts here if we do come back. So
we actually don't live in Noosa, we live in Doonan, which is about 15 minutes or 10 minutes drive from Noosa. What do you think about Doonan, which is a small area? Tell us about the house we live in, tell about the experience you've got here.
It's very pretty where we're staying. There's a lot of land around. We've got a tennis court and a swimming pool behind me. The main difference here is that there isn't any radiators because it's really hot at night time, and at night time frogs start making noise. We're going to record this noise so you can hear it, but it's a really loud noise, like really, really loud. So at night time frogs make more noise, and in the morning you've got loads of birds making loads of noise here, and I think it's because we've got all of this rural bush area, so there'd be loads of parrots flying around as well. I've seen like loads of parrots today. So.
Yeah, I think that's one of the amazing things here is in London. I think I've seen one, there's one particular parrot I keep seeing, it's the green type of parrot in London. But here we've got such a variety of different parrots and birds, and quite bold, they come fairly close to you. And
they do. And just before we were setting up, actually a few parrots were diving into this swimming pool behind me.
Yes, that's right,
Just dipping their head in, like having a kind of cooling down. So there's loads of wildlife here. And spiders.
True.
And I must say, when we were driving home, probably from Hillsong, somewhere in Noosa, there's loads of forest around, and I saw it looked like a plastic bag on the side of the road. It was like on the hill bit away from the forest, and I thought, well, who left a plastic bag there? And I looked closer and it's actually snake skin, a huge snake skin. And we were just playing tennis the other day and Silvis found a snake skin in the garden where we're staying. So there's snakes around here, but apparently they're scared of humans. So.
I'm talking about animals, we also went to Australian Zoo. How did you find that?
I loved the zoo. My favourite part was the koala bears. It was very educational. What zoo did we go to?
Went to it's called Australian Zoo.
Wasn't it Steve Irwin?
I don't know his surname. I think it's Steve. It's the guy who died by a stingray.
Stingray, yeah, the Australian guy. Yeah. So it was his zoo we went to, and it was very educational, teaching us about how to kind of preserve Australian wildlife by keeping trees growing in your garden, and just different facts about the animals. I loved the koala bear demonstration because we got to stroke the koala bears afterwards. They're really cute. they sleep for 20 hours in a day. Only 4 hours are awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, remember, because quite interesting fact about the koalas when they talk about their sex life.
Yeah.
Could you expand on that a bit?
Would you like to expand
No,
on that?
I'll let you do that. You're an expert.
No, come on. That's not good. Well, the koala bears, the ones that we were looking at were all female, and apparently they respond to this male mating sound noise, which they put on for us. But apparently their mating is, they're really aggressive when they're mating, and it can last only a few seconds. And apparently loads of fur gets pulled, and sometimes, yeah, the people in the centres, what are the name of the people who work in the centres? Like,
In the zoo?
yeah.
Staff?
Some staff who are experts on these sorts of animals, they have to separate them because it can get a bit dangerous, yeah.
One of my favourite things in Australian Zoo was the crocodile feeding time or show.
Yeah.
I think that was quite interesting and also educational, as you keep saying. I think they taught how not to approach wrong way in crocodiles and how to be aware of them where they are.
Yeah.
And they said it's one of the easiest ways to.
The easiest animals to avoid being eaten by.
That's right. Yeah.
Because you literally just they're not actually around these areas. They're up in north.
They're more towards north.
Yeah. So not round here. And they were saying that not to hang over not to hang over water. And there's a really good example of the guy hanging over the bench thing with some meat, and the crocodile just literally jumped on its tail. And the snaps of their jaws are so. It's
very powerful. So they gave a pig's head to the crocodile, and it crushed the skull in no time. It's just amazing how powerful their jaws are. So if they get our legs or head or anything, they just can crush it because their jaws are extremely powerful.
Yeah. I think another fact which was quite interesting was that actually an adult male eats more than a crocodile does in a year, and I didn't know that. He was saying that crocodiles are very clever. They can not eat for months and months, and they literally just stay in the murky water waiting for an animal to make a mistake to come into the water, and they actually watch the animal. They'd let the animal come in over a few days or weeks, even months sometimes, until it feels safe, and then they attack it.
That's right. So they don't attack the animal the first time approach water and drink, because they know if they once the animal knows it's a danger, they're they will not come back.
Yeah.
But once they feel it's safe, then that's where the crocodile, alligator attack the animal.
And apparently, like 4 people a year die from being eaten by a crocodile, and it normally involves alcohol. Interesting facts.
That's right. I mean, the other thing is we went to Russell Island. It's been I've been talking about Russell Island with Monique for about 2 years, and one of the reasons why I've been talking about it is because the land is very cheap there. So you can buy on Russell Island land for about 20,000 Australian dollars or 10,000 pounds, and that's land, and it's in a beautiful spot. It's an island, and we went there for a very short time. We didn't have a lot of time. What were your impressions about that island?
For me, it was like maybe perhaps too secluded, and the land that was on sale, that's cheap, was mainly like bushland. So for me, I don't think that's somewhere I would want to stay.
But they also offers quite amazing views as well. It's just slightly more expensive. I think it's about £20,000 with the sea view.
Yeah. But the only thing is, I just don't think there's much going on there. Well, I don't know, we haven't explored it properly, but there's like one school there, one police station. There isn't a huge
I think it's just a basic living there, and then if you want something more, you probably have to go to mainland.
Yeah.
But it's just an interesting way to live, I think, because you can be excluded from everyone, but at the same time you can go to mainland and do your own business, whatever you want. And it doesn't take too long. It's only about 20 minutes on boat, and the ticket wasn't too expensive as well. Return ticket I think was about $20 each. Yeah. But that's if you get your own, I think some kind of similar to Oyster card, then you can get a cheaper ticket as well. Yeah.
I just think that for me it's a bit too secluded. There isn't a cinema there. and the people were much kind of old. Like you got old people.
We don't know really if there's no
The
cinema.
people that were around were old people or like young 8-year-olds, and I don't think I'd make many friends there. I think it's more of a retirement place, to be honest.
Could be. I think it could be a good starting point for somebody because it's so cheap.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to go back there.
Hopefully. Another interesting thing I've noticed here is, I'm not quite sure if I mentioned in previous videos, is that it doesn't seem like people lock doors where we are.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that, but it's true, yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say that.
You don't want someone to come and think, oh, well, someone who's a thief, like come over all the way from England to come here and try and steal from people.
Yeah, it has to be quite a rich thief to come
It
over.
was quite an expensive flight, yeah.
Yeah, to steal a TV, eh? Which you can't take back home anyway.
Yeah, people don't lock their doors here, no.
I think it's probably mainly in slightly more rural areas rather than in cities. I think they lock more than here. But it seems like here people don't lock doors so much.
No, I mean people are living in forests. I mean, the few houses down where we are, if you drove past, you couldn't actually see, you couldn't see the house because there's all trees in front of the house, so that actually living in the forest here. So
Yeah.
this area is like all forest.
That's right, and there was just one house for sale. We had a look, and it came with the house, of course, and then the back garden was a big forest. So you're not just buying a house; you're buying a house with a forest.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to do any development on it.
Not on the forest.
You have to
could build a shed on it,
but
not.
You can't build like a hotel.
No.
We were thinking, oh, we could build like a B&B here. We could earn loads of money, but the lady we were living with was like, no, you can't develop in that land.
That's right. Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons is because the nature here is so dear. So they try to help the birds and all other animals here, and the trees are a crucial part of their development and their growth.
Yeah. Like the animals, some of the animals we saw in the zoo are actually like the birds in particular, they're just like flying around in the street.
Yeah. We have been in Australia about 2 weeks. Before we came and when I talked to you about Australia, you wasn't quite sure it's a nice country. Tell me about how your idea about Australia has changed over our holiday so far.
It's beautiful here, the environment's nice. Just yesterday, I think, really sold it to me. I had one of these moments where I was just kind of in the sea, talking with you and another lady from the UK, from Leeds. And I was just thinking, oh my God, I would never do this on a Sunday back home. Like, it's just amazing. And there's more opportunities to do things outside.
Yeah.
So definitely, you know, the lifestyle here is different from at home, yeah.
What way is different?
People do things outside more, they're more, I don't want to say they're more social, because people in London are social as well. It's just they're more social to people they know, I think. Just my own personal experience. But here, you can sit on the beach and suddenly start talking to someone you don't know.
In London, I find it's more difficult to talk to people because it seems like we generally are more because we in the house or in a building. Here, you can just be outside and just start chatting with someone, and it just seems more. The environment really helps to talk to other people rather than in London. I think it's a bit more tricky. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, I just remember we went to a lake the other day.
Yeah.
Tell me about your experience there. How did you feel there?
It was amazing. Just the views. Just really makes you feel so calm here. Probably because I'm not working, but you know, just outside and the air, and just makes you feel relaxed.
It was a beautiful lake. I think it was
beautiful. Yeah.
It's just very, as you mentioned, it was a very calming experience, and it's. I love that lake as well.
That's the thing. I think everyone's much calmer here. Do you not think? People
are
more chilled in a way.
I think yes, but I think maybe because we ourselves are chilled more because it's on holiday. I think it could be slightly different when you're in the city and if you're working.
Yeah.
But I think what we have seen so far here is that's our experience. But I think the city could be slightly different.
Yeah. What was your experience of climbing Mount Coolum? Is it Mount Coolum? What was your experience?
I loved it.
Yeah. We climbed a mountain.
We did, yeah. I think it was a great climb. I wish it was a bit more extreme.
What?
It was a good climb, it was a good workout, and it was amazing views. I loved it. It was just so, you can see the sea, you can see houses, like a massive fields. So it was great. I loved it, yeah.
And Silvis even made friends with a German man.
Yeah.
Like, you get to meet so many different people here. And I think he was a photographer or something.
No, he was interested in photography, so he
Yeah.
was a keen guy who was interested in photography, yeah. But you struggled a bit, didn't you?
Didn't tell anyone. Yeah, I'm afraid of heights, and I don't know, being here I'm afraid of a lot of things actually, like going into the sea too far, climbing up mountains. Australian people are really outgoing. I can't do this life. But
you managed to...
I managed to do it. It was hard. It was scary.
Yeah, about halfway mountain, Monique wanted to climb because she was so scared, weren't you?
I mean, first of all, it's like fine, you're walking up a hill, and then the stairs just get narrower, and then it doesn't become stairs, it just becomes stones that you're stepping on, and then you can just see the edge of the mountain. And as you get higher up, I started to get dizzy. I wanted to go back actually.
But you done it. So you went up and came down as well. So.
I went up. Going up, I would say, is easier than going down the mountain.
Not physically. Physically, it's definitely harder to walk up.
Physically, but I don't know, like there was a point when I was going down the mountain, so the stairs was going around like that, and it looked like the stairs were just falling off the edge of the mountain, and if I wasn't with Silvis, I would have been stuck there.
Well, you done it.
I don't think I would have gone down.
You done it.
It was so embarrassing. I had to let people go in front of me because I was taking so long to go down the mountain. I was like, I'm scared.
Well, you've done a good job. Yeah.
But the views are worthwhile. So if you're ever in this area, you should go to
Mount Coolum.
Mount Coolum, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful mountain.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully it will help you kind of make decisions about where you want to visit in Australia. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Cheerio.